'cause you're there for me too. You're there for me too.
Well, it's hard to hear yourself think above the noise on our street. And it's hard to cool down when your body just generates heat. And it's hard to write songs when you feel like you can't even speak. But it ain't hard to tell you're the only thing I need. And I've been on the wrong end of too many a telephone call, trying to say too much and just ending up saying nothing at all. Till I'm pacing the floors and I'm bouncing my head off the wall. And it ain't hard to tell this'll all be well in the fall, if you can just hold on, hold on, hold on with me.
Good morning, you guys.
'Cause I
Thanks
can
for
only
coming
be
today.
so strong
Our practice, we're going to be focusing on our hips.
for so
We're looking at mobility of the hips.
long without
And I personally am going to grab a
holding
pillow
on.
and utilize it as a prop throughout the practice. You guys might want to do the same. It allows us to bring the
And
floor a
I'm
little bit closer
singing
to us.
yesterday's songs,
Some of the
wishing I could be
potentially
with you
on the
tonight.
individual, a little bit more aligned.
And tomorrow my surrogate
So I'll
friends
provide
will
cues
say,
and I'll
hey
let you
man,
guys know how to do
are
that
you
as we
alright?
go. But you might want to grab a pillow or some blankets or something.
I was like everybody's eyes on the prize, but they all lost their sight. Oh, it ain't hard to tell this is hell and it just ain't my life. And I'm tired of sleeping alone, tired of waking up here. And I'm tired of suppressing these same unexplainable fears.
Before we begin posing, I was hoping to do a quick
And
little
I'm tired of
volume check.
believing I
On my
wasted
end,
my
I have
formative
everything
years.
up in full capacity, but it's really faint with my AirPods.
With a hand
I
on
don't know if
your
there's something
side
going
of
on
the
with my
bed.
AirPods. So if you guys could
I
let me know
remember
if
the
the music
words
is too loud
that
or
you
too
said.
soft compared to my
Oh, and
voice.
it ain't hard
Really
to tell
appreciate it.
whose
So
voice
just
is
type it
in
in the
my
chat if you need
head.
to. Or unmute, either one.
It's telling me to hold on, hold on, and you'll see that we can be so strong for so long if you just keep a holding on.
Be able to hear me as I'm going through. Alright, Sika, I need you to go lay down on your bed, okay? Okay. If you're just joining us, you might want to grab a prop. I'm grabbing a pillow for this practice. And we're going to move nice and slow. Like I said, focusing on the mobility of the hips. So I'll take you guys through poses that aren't going to be super challenging in regards to flexibility, but they will challenge our mobility quite a bit, which is different. Flexibility is looking at the muscle, mobility is looking at the joint specifically. The last thing I just wanted to state before we begin is that I am pregnant, and some of these poses I'm no longer able to do because I have a belly. So I will use my words and my cues to guide you guys into the pose, or potentially just demonstrate for a brief second before I come up and out. So for our first pose, if my pup will let me utilize this space, we're going to come into child's pose. Your big toes will come together. I always like to offer 2 variations at the knee. You can have your knees stay narrow like this as you drop your chest and forehead to the floor, or if you find it more comfortable, you can widen the knees and drop the chest and forehead down towards the floor. Your arms can stretch out in front of you.
In the morning when
And we'll lengthen along the spine as we draw the tailbone towards the heels
and the sun is coming through.
and the chest
Oh, you
towards the
fill
ground.
my lungs with sweetness, and you fill my head with you.
And just start your morning by taking a few deep breaths.
Shall I write it in a letter?
Most likely just waking up. So just connect to the body, see how it feels.
Oh, you fill my head with pieces.
Allow the air to
of a
awaken
song I can't get out.
the mind up.
Can I be close to you? Ooh, ooh. Can I be close to you? Ooh, ooh. Can I take you to a moment where the fields are painted gold?
You probably notice the sensation that you feel with the rise and fall of your chest. Maybe the way the air feels through your nose as you inhale and
When the
exhale.
evening pulls the sun down,
Don't do anything specific to change your breath. Just kind of notice it, the way it makes you feel.
oh, the whole world is sleeping, but my world is you. Can I be close to you? Ooh,
We're going to start with one deep cleansing breath. I'm going to ask you guys to intentionally fill up those lungs nice and slow, all the way, full capacity, hold at the top, and release through the mouth. Completely allow the body to relax. The weight falls towards the floor. Breath returns back to its normal state. With each exhale, the hips and shoulders relax a little more.
Can I be close to you? Ooh, ooh. Can I be close to you? Ooh, ooh.
And on your next inhale, you're going to spread your fingers nice and wide. Exhale, we're going to rise the hips, coming into tabletop.
I've burned my fair share of bridges. Open my fair share.
Perfect. We'll tuck our toes underneath. We'll lift the hips and we'll come into downward facing dog.
Shut down my
Go
fair
ahead and
share
move
of
however
bars.
you'd like within this
I
pose.
still love reminiscing.
You can walk your dog. You'll notice I'm pedaling my feet from one side to the
There's
other.
always one thing missing. Always
Maybe you
one
need to
thing
loosen
that
up your
isn't
neck
quite right.
by nodding your head yes and no.
'Cause I've been high and I've been low, all the way down in Mexico, to mountainsides and rivers wide, and Tokyo lights. Been to London,
We'll go ahead and bend our knees and come back into that tabletop position.
California to
Nice simple stretch of those
Portland.
hamstrings.
I know all these
We'll extend both of our legs, lowering all the way down to our stomach.
would have been better with
I'm only going to be here for just a second because my baby bump. But I'm going to have you guys, with your legs extended, draw that right knee out towards the side. Like it's coming up towards your face.
I've turned my fair share of pages. I've earned my
Our
fair
toes want
share
to
of
be pointed
scars.
out. This is called half
I've
frog.
seen
It's going to be a
thousands of
really
faces,
gentle
even
hip
tattooed
opener.
one
We're going to be
on my
stretching
arm.
the
And I still
inside of our
love
thigh.
reminiscing.
So you can bring your
When I
chest down to
picture
the
it all
floor.
in
Some of you guys
my
might
mind.
sleep quietly.
There's always one thing
Just relax the
missing.
upper body.
Always one thing that isn't quite right.
And as we just spend a few moments in this pose, really focus with each exhale, trying to draw that right hip closer towards the floor, allowing the muscles in the inner thigh to release and relax.
London, England, in the pouring
If you'd like,
rain,
you can gently close your eyes.
California to Portland, Maine. But I know all these memories I hold on to would have been better with you. You, better with you. You. 'Cause I've been high and I've been low, all the way down in Mexico. See mountainsides and rivers wide and Tokyo lights. Been to London, England, in the pouring rain, California to Portland, Maine. But I know all these memories I hold on to would have been better with you. You, better with you. You.
On your next breath cycle, we'll switch to the opposite side. Bending that right leg, drawing the left knee up and towards the face. Remember, your toes turn out. And gently reclose the eyes if you'd like. Just allow the body to breathe, to release and relax.
It's been years since I've been gone. I miss the way it feels to roam. This urge that's grown inside my heart to pack my bags and hit the road. I'm dreaming of the road again, set free in the wind. Feels like we found home again, on the road that's grown within. We will fill the tank and make our way down windy tracks and beaten roads. We'll drive away from this
Go
old
ahead and
town.
extend that left leg, rising back up and into tabletop position. My pup is extra affectionate today. We're going to come back into that tabletop, like I just said. Sorry, losing my track in mind. Now, that was a very gentle inner thigh stretch. Hi, sweet girl. And we're going to progress a little bit more, make it a little bit more moderate of a stretch, but walking our knees out as far as we can. So we're in that tabletop position. I'm going to walk my knees out nice and wide. My toes, we are turning out just like they were in that last pose. This is called full frog. For obvious reasons, we're now doing both sides at the same time. And the biggest mistake I'll see students make is they'll drop their hips as if they're in child pose back to their heels. We really want to try to keep our hips back over our knees, or in line with our knees, is a better way to put it. And then if you'd like, you can bring your elbows down towards the floor or bring your face towards the floor just to rest. I'd encourage you guys to grab a pillow. If you want to put that pillow on your chest here, make yourself a little bit more comfortable, you can do that as well. We will be spending about 2 minutes here in this pose, and then we'll move nice and slow to get out of it. Again, the goal is just to breathe and allow those inner thigh muscles to release a little bit more than we did during that last pose. Go ahead and get yourself set up. nice and
When you're
comfortable.
young, you don't think
If you'd like, you can
about
gently close your eyes and just
how
relax.
good things have a bad side. You spend your time waiting around for the fall, not the goodbye. Yeah. When you're naive and so green, it makes it hard to believe how life works when you're older. Even the best of us get hurt sometimes. Could be from life or love, or I don't know why. It's all out of our hands, nobody will ever understand. Don't blame yourself and don't ask why. That's the art of getting by. That's the art of getting by. It gets easy to become blind to the good things when times are rough. But when there's nothing left to try to, it's okay to throw your hands up. 'Cause there's no use in getting burned from the same lessons that you learned. So carry them with you and be wiser. Even the best of us get hurt sometimes. Could be from life or love, or I don't know what. It's all out of our hands, nobody will ever understand. Don't blame yourself and don't ask why. That's the art of
Moving out of this
getting
pose nice
by.
and slowly. Be gentle with the body. Some of you might find it best
That's
to
the
return back
art
to
of getting
tabletop.
by.
Some might just extend the legs out behind them, coming onto your stomach, and then rising back into tabletop from there.
There's nothing to win and no way
Again,
to
move
choose.
nice and slow.
All
Be
walk
gentle
through
with the
flames,
body.
all get burned from the
I'm going to
heat.
turn my body to the side here just so you guys have a better view. We're going to come into a low lunge. So I'm going to step my right foot up next to my right hand. I'll extend my left leg out behind me as far as I can. Keeping the feet in contact with the floor, I'll untuck those toes and let it just rest on the floor behind me. From here, some of you guys might feel that this is enough stretch for you. Your hands are in contact with the ground on the inside of that right foot. Some, you might want to bring that pillow to rise the floor just a little bit and lift the chest if you're looking for a little relief with the stretch. Some of you might be able to drop the elbows down towards the ground, enhancing your stretch. Maybe the pillow's there, maybe it's not. You do what works best for your body this morning.
I left in the pouring rain, saying I wouldn't be home again. I get so caught between everything I feel. I'm stubborn and I won't say sorry. Write it out 'cause I know that you worry. Wonder where I've been, got you questioning. These tears are making me blind, I don't know why. I start a forest fire and burn us down. But you know at the end of the night I'll come around. Maybe I did you wrong and made you bleed. Maybe you made mistakes that got me on my knees. Maybe we're a mess, but it works for me. 'Cause I know that every time you leave, you come home to me.
If you lowered the chest, coming down onto your elbows, I invite you to straighten the arms and come back to your hands. Your right hand is going to come to the top of your right knee here.
You
Just a
keep
gentle hip
twisting
opener
it
here.
now.
We're
Cold
going to let the knee
shoulder
kind of
turning
fall
your
out
head,
towards
saying
the
things
right
that
hand
you
side.
don't mean.
And the weight
Painful
of our leg will come to
honesty.
the outside of my right foot. You can see I'm
You
rolling
cut me
my
right through
foot
the
towards you guys.
center. Throw my hands about once surrender. When did words
You should feel a
become
pretty decent
all
stretch
our
right here in your hip.
weapons? These tears are making me blind. I don't know why.
So with a little bit more
We
intense
started
variety of a
forest
stretch,
fire, but
target this area in
burned
just
us
a second.
down. But I know
Kind of
at
gently
the end of the night you'll
warm up
come
that hip for right now.
around. Maybe I did you wrong and made you bleed. Maybe you made mistakes and that got me on
We'll bring that knee back to center. And we'll step that foot back, coming into tabletop position here. If you'd like, you can make some small circles with that hip to the ground.
You come home.
I'm going to sit up on the opposite side, stepping that left foot right up next to our left hand. Extending the right knee behind us, keeping it in contact with the floor, and our toes untouched as our foot relaxes. Set the height of your chest up for whatever works best. Again, use that prop if you need to. Lift the chest or maybe aid as you lower down to your elbows.
Maybe you made mistakes and it got me off my feet. Maybe we're just a mess, but it works for me. 'Cause I know that every time you leave, you come home to me. Come on, come home, come home. Wandering soul, wandering mind, wondering what's gone wrong with me, and try not to try.
Came down to the elbows, we'll rise the chest, coming onto our hands. That left hand will come to our left knee. And then we'll gently open that hip by dropping the left knee out towards the left side, rolling that foot to the outside of it. You guys will notice the sole of my foot is now facing you. So far I've rolled over onto the edge of that outside foot.
The trouble with wanting is I want you. The trouble with wanting is I want you. And I want you all the time. Always on my mind. Always alone. You could be miles and miles away. Somehow you're close.
Bringing that knee back to center, we'll step that left foot back, coming into tabletop position. Move that hip around if you'd like, small circles. And we're going to set up for one of my favorite poses. Definitely taught this in the morning, so if you normally come, we've done this one before, but if you're brand new, oops, ran into my table. What you're going to do from tabletop position is you're going to bring your right knee up to your right wrist. I'll turn my right foot. You can see here I'm going to turn my right foot out towards the side. And then I'll extend that left leg out behind. We really want to focus on keeping that right hip of the front leg up and off of the floor. We don't want to rest our body on the ground like this. It kind of defeats the purpose of the stretch. So make sure you keep those hips lifted off the ground. Take a nice big inhale, rise the chest. And And then on the exhale, we can lower the chest towards the floor, however much you need to. Again, we have that prop, that pillow, that blanket to make ourselves nice and comfortable. Your forehead meets the ground, that's great. It's just your forearms, fantastic. It's your hands, that's good too. Just breathe within the pose, allow the muscles of the hip to release, and the upper body to relax.
The trouble with wanting is I want you. The trouble with wanting is I want you. And I want you all the time. The trouble with wanting is I want you. The trouble with wanting is I want you. I see there and I see that light, and I want you all the time. I want you all the time.
She's a good girl, loves her mama, she loves Jesus and America too. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, she loves horses and a boyfriend too. Yeah. It's a long day living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yard, and I'm a bad boy 'cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart, and I'm free. Oh, free falling. Said I'm free. Oh, free falling. And while the vampires walking through the valley move west down Ventura Boulevard, and all the bad boys are out in the shadows, and the good girls hold my broken hearts, and I'm free. Oh, free falling. Said I'm free.
Rise the chest.
Free.
We'll lift the hips just slightly so that we can come back and into that tabletop position.
Oh, I'm free.
If you'd like, you can make those small circles with that right hip again. Get some blood back into the joints and movement. And we're going to sit up on the opposite side, bringing that left knee to our left wrist. Turning that left foot out towards the right wrist. Extending that left leg. And bring your prop back close by. Rise the chest. Inhale. And on that exhale, we'll lower the chest towards the floor. One of the reasons why I really like to try to focus on our hips, especially now that we're returning back to sleep. We just took this nice and much needed rest and relaxation period over spring break. Now we're kind of thrown back into the gauntlets of life, right? We're sitting down, sitting through class every single day. And so many people talk about the tension that builds up in our shoulders, the amount of stress that we carry on our shoulders. Many of us actually carry a lot of stress in our hips. And we're not moving a whole lot anymore with how much we sit on our shoulders. So I like to try to focus on stretching out
falling.
All of those muscles of the hips. It's a lot.
Said I'm free.
A few minutes here. We spent about 3 minutes on the last side. We'll do the same on this side. Allow the body to breathe. Release and relax.
Free falling now, I'm 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 free falling now.
Hey, if we can solve any problem, then why did we lose so many tears? Oh, and so you go again when the leading man appears. Always the same thing. Why can't you see we got everything going on and on and on? Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you.
Go on and go free. Maybe you're too close to see it. I can feel your body move. It doesn't mean that much to me. I can't go on saying the same thing. Why can't you see that we've got everything? Do you even know you know? Every time you go away.
We'll rise the chest as you came down onto your elbows. Lift the hips. Come back into that tabletop position. We'll move the left hip around just a little. Small circles. And then we're going to walk our knees through our hands, coming down into a seated position. I'm going to end our practice today, our final pose, how I always end our practice. I'm going to match this with a spinal twist. So we'll come onto our back. It's one of my favorite ways. I hope it's one of your guys' too. With how much we hunch over our computers, it's such a great way to get some movement in the spine by not overdoing it. We'll extend our legs out towards the floor. Our right knee will draw into our chest. I'm going to cross the right knee up and over the body, allowing it to come to the left side on the floor. I'll keep my shoulders in contact with the ground. Sometimes that right shoulder can pop up when we twist like this. Allow the knee to rest to a point where the shoulders don't lift. If you need to, you can place that pillow underneath the knee. And I hope with that. Once you're set up, your gaze will turn towards your right fingertips. And just gently close your eyes, allow your body to rest here.
You take a piece of me shine. You can always take my time. Throw it up against the wind.
Untwist at the spine, bringing the hips back in contact with the ground. Extending the right leg. My pup is so needy right now. And then pulling the right knee into the chest. We'll switch to the opposite side. I think she got a little too comfortable with us being home all of spring break. And I spend 2 days at school and she just wants to play when I'm home again. All right, we'll drop that left knee off towards the right side. Keep those shoulders in contact with the floor. And once you set your body up, you can let your gaze fall towards your left fingertips. You can gently close your eyes.
With you in my life.
You can't play right now, sweet girl.
You
15 minutes.
I'll pick you up and we'll head west to California and nothing less. We'll rent a little remote vine, go to people's parties time to time. Yeah, I've got a feeling I'll be fine with you in my life. You in my life. You in my life. Call me up and I'll come down. Yeah, I've got a feeling I'll be fine. Yeah, I've got
Untwist at the spine, pulling both knees into the chest. Just make small circles with the knees from here. Gently massaging out that low back.
you in my life. You in my life.
We'll give ourselves a nice big hug by wrapping our arms around our shins, drawing the forehead towards the knees and squeezing our legs as tight as we can. You'll release and we'll set up for Shavasana. Extending both legs out to the floor. Our arms come next to our side, palms can face up. We'll relax the hips to the point that our toes turn out. We'll just take a few moments here.
Close my eyes and breathe in deep. Oxygen fills my lungs. This pocket of bliss, raging blue and green. The forest of pine dressed in the evening. Welcome, my dear, to the endless summer. Welcome, my dear, to eternity. Welcome, my dear, to the great adventure, the gift of everlasting. This hope here inside, giving life to the fibers in me. Permission to play.
We'll reawaken the body by taking one deep cleansing breath, filling up the lungs, breathing in through the nose, opening up the mouth and releasing.
A break or a moment in
We'll
breath.
gently wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes. We invite movement back into the body.
But here and now, I'll completely
And we'll reach our arms over our head and we'll stretch like we're just waking up.
welcome, my dear,
And drawing the knees into our chest,
to the endless
we'll roll our body to our favorite side, coming into the fetal position
welcome, my dear,
and using that lower arm as a pillow under our
to
head.
eternity. Welcome, my dear, to the great adventure, the gift of life, everlasting. Finally, the fight is over.
When you're ready, there's no rush at all. You'll use that top arm to push yourself up and into a seated position.
Peace no longer a substance to
Free to log
attain.
off of the Zoom when you're ready to go. Just want to say thank you to you all for coming this morning. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the beautiful weather. I'm going to go spend a few minutes outside
In your
before I'm
wild
throwing
freedom,
this ball with my dog. Thank you, you guys. Have a great day.
now I'm safe,
Okay.
no
Okay.
longer
I'll meet
afraid.
you at the back door.